I'm Reverend Atenaga, and it's my joy to be with you today. Years ago, to be precise, in the late 80s, I was actually in the house when one of my brothers came and was talking about his new experience, and his experience was about Jesus. And at this time, I was already weary of what life would be, what life was. In fact, I didn't have so much confidence about tomorrow. And on that night, when everybody was gone to their various rooms, I knelt down inside my father's sitting room and I asked Jesus to come into my heart, and I gave my life to Christ. And that was the beginning of this very life. I never sang before I found Jesus. When I gave my life to Christ, and then I found myself with the gift and I began to sing. And from that time, it's been all through many lines of ups and downs. But the most important thing was somewhere in my heart, I knew there was something on my inside that I wanted to express. That is it about music for me. Music is about the one who gave me life and me. So every music I bring out is based on how I perceive how he relates with me. So in the lyrics, in the passion with which I pursue music, that's how I work. The music for me is a means of communicating how I feel to God and how I feel to the people that are listening to me. Music is, for me, is technically inseparable from me because it's my life. It's my life. It's inherent. It flows from the inside. So I began to get trained. Before I was faced with the challenge of training some foreign students at the Bible school, then the Honors for Christ Bible Institute, and I didn't know how to teach them because I could sing but I couldn't train. And so I learned how to train. I got trained with in little music and how to teach voice. I got training as a voice coach and a voice therapist, and it did work because by that I traveled to different parts of the country and I wrote a book, Answers on How Best to Use the Voice, and some schools within West Africa began to use it as their textbook at their school. It was a beautiful one. But for music, one of my strongest passion lies in the area of worship. Worship is an act of paying obeisance to the divine. And my greatest part in music is when I tell God how I feel about him, what he makes me feel, how he makes me feel. And that's it for me for worship. And it's such a powerful way of connecting with God, such a powerful way of relating with God, because every time I worship, I forget about all the hustles and the bustles and I just focus on him, and he blesses me. So I'm excited about music. I'm excited about worship. I'm excited about change of lives. If I look around my environment today and see how people are working without purpose, I feel very, very concerned, especially young people. In our country today, the demographic is quite revealing and heartbreaking to know that most of Nigerians are under the age of 40. Most of Nigerians are under the age of 40, and over half this population don't know where they are coming from, neither do they even know where they are going. And it's such a big pain for me. So I'm beginning to think about doing something extraordinary, especially after God asked us to pastor a church. My passion for change of lives has certainly increased. It has increased and gone off the board. So trusting God that every city we are in, everywhere our influence get to, that city must change, the people must change, because every young person has a message. Every young person has something that he stands out at, and that is purpose. Until you can find that thing you can do without even being paid for it, and you feel like the Queen of England, then you've not found purpose. So purpose is that thing that you cannot separate yourself from. Do you know it? You need to find it. If you can't find it, you can't really live the most of life. And once you find it, be ready to die for it, because until you are ready to die for what you believe, you're not ready to live for it. So I encourage you, young people, wherever you are listening to me or watching this broadcast, to understand the fact that you are exceptional. The who you are, the president of Nigeria can never attain. The who you are, the president of America can never attain, because we are all unique in our various giftings and skills. And if we leave the most of it, in the end, when great people are celebrated, your name certainly will be among the list. You need to live for something, you need to live for something, you need to run for something, and you need to be ready to die for something. Because Jesus even said that until you give your life to Him, you can't gain it. So actually, when you give your life for a purpose, you've actually gained, especially if it is for a good cause. So I encourage you, live your life to the fullest and make the most of it. Whatever your gift is, live to the fullest. I sing today, I pastor today, I father my children today, I husband my wife today. But the greatest thing that keeps me going is that I found my purpose. So all of these together, they make life most interesting and absolutely fulfilling. Don't forget, I'm Reverend Victor Atenaga. I'm your friend, and I would like to see you at the top. I'll see you there.
I know you are worthy. Yes, you are worthy. You are worthy. Yeah. Oh, Lord, thou art worthy. Thou art worthy, we declare.